is Alicja Kacprzak. I come from Poland and I joined United Nations 8 years ago, and I work as a forestry officer in the Food and Agriculture Organization. And by education I'm an economist and I have specialization in international relations. I started my career in the private sector, working with private companies in trade, building relations between businesses in Central Europe and in Western Europe. At that time, Poland joined the European Union, and there was a lot of interest between interest coming from the companies in the Western Europe to develop partnerships with companies in Central Europe. So that was my job. Then I already worked with topics related to agriculture, in the food industry, and also in sustainable management of natural resources. After that, I wanted to approach more to my personal interest and to my specialization in my studies. So I started working with the World Economic Forum, and then also I work in the team which covered the environmental initiative. At that time I started to be interested in green economy and sustainable development topics, and after the conference Rio+20 in 2012, I was very interested to pursue my career in sustainable development, and I started studying in the University of Geneva, specializing in sustainable development. After that, in 2013, I joined the United Nations, and since then I've been working for the UN. I work in the Forestry and Timber section, and that is a joint unit between United Nations Economic Commission for Europe and Food and Agriculture Organization. And my job consists of analyzing how we can use wood in a sustainable manner to replace materials that are fossil-based. And we are talking here about traditional applications of wood, but today there are also many that develop, for instance, in construction. We can use modern versions of wood, modern applications of wood, so this is not traditional log, but very transformed modern wood products. And also industries such as textile industry and also plastic industry. We can today apply wood-based fibers, and this is very modern, and this is also an opportunity to use more sustainable products and make these industries less polluting and producing less waste. The challenge related to that is that if we use more wood for the needs of circular economy and bioeconomy, then we also have to pay attention how much we use and if this is sustainable for the development and regrowth of forest, because we are facing the issues of deforestation, depletion of forests and also of ecosystems. So this is very interesting and very important to analyze how we can use wood, that it is done in the sustainable manner, so we can feed into this sustainable utilizations of wood. Apart from that, also my work is related to dealing with governments. In the United Nations, we work a lot with governments, and it is important to have this constant interaction and understand what are the needs of our stakeholders. So counterparts who work in ministries, usually these are ministries of forestry, ministries of environment, ministries of agriculture. Because of that, we organize a lot of meetings. We service intergovernmental bodies, and that means that we prepare a lot of background documentation, we organize meetings here in Geneva, and we also go and organize meetings in member states in the region. That is often related also to capacity building and developing knowledge and helping countries to apply sustainable solutions as regards to use of wood. Finally, in the United Nations, of course, we do a lot of administration, and it is related to the fact that we also manage a lot of projects, we manage budgets, we manage the money of the taxpayers, so this is very important for accountability, for transparency of how we use the money. And also what is very important, that we also rely on the expertise of external experts and people with whom we work to develop in-depth analytical work. And so there is also work related to facilitation of groups that consist of experts and discuss specific topics, so we can provide the best knowledge for member states to provide the background for policy making. It is important that the UN continues to walk the talk of sustainable development. And that means that not only we talk about sustainable development goals, but we also apply solutions at the individual level. And in that sense, for instance, Greening the Blue is a very interesting initiative because it provides information and guidance. What can we do at the individual staff level? You probably also noticed that recently in the Palais des Nations, we have installed the collection bins, and this way it is also facilitated that we can now make selection of different waste. I think this is a very good initiative. On top of that, I think I would like to see more solar panels in the Palais des Nations, and why not planting more trees in our park to mitigate climate change. And I think that finally, as we are now in the phases of constructing a new building and also renovating the Palais, I think it would be very interesting to look also how in this way we can improve sustainability performance of the UNOC in Geneva.